Hello, Horror Studio 1 here. This may be the first time my viewers will ever hear me talk directly into the camera. But for me personally, this is actually my second time doing so. Why that is the case is because I have actually already recorded my 10,000 subscriber video where I will thank my subscribers, fans, and viewers. But due to the fact that I have not reached that milestone yet, I have not released that video, and thus this is, I guess, the first official time you guys will hear me talk directly into the microphone, directly into the camera, directly to you. Okay, so what this is going to be about today, I want to first thank everyone for, all the support they've given me over these, past couple of months, and I want to say hi to everyone. This is Horror Studio 1 or the creator or HS1 or whatever you want to call me. And this is my unedited... I tried to make that dramatic too. This is my unedited podcast. And today I will be talking about something really personal to me. And why I started this unedited podcast, because I actually recorded that video about me talking directly into the microphone, and I realized that it was a lot of fun. There was no scripts, no characters, nothing like that, and it's just me blah 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 talking directly into the microphone, and it is so addicting, I swear. So I'm gonna be doing a couple of these for a while now, and I'm gonna keep going, and hopefully every week have something to release with me just talking directly into the microphone, and seems like it's gonna be a lot of fun. So the first topic that we're going to talk about today is, it's gonna be something very personal. It's gonna be my personal experience with ghosts or the paranormal. This is actually something I've rarely spoke to people about because it's not something I like to talk about. But I realized that for my first podcast, I might as well say it, it's the reason I kind of don't ever want to talk about this is because actually it happened in the house I'm living in right now. And so if I talk about it, it always feels like, something might hear it or something. But I obviously it's, I'm kind of nervous, but no, I truly think it wasn't as bad as it's supposed to be. It could have been just a coincidence, but regardless, I experienced it with a couple of people, so I'm just gonna tell you guys just a quick one. I'm just gonna tell you guys about it, and you guys can comment in the comment section below what you guys think about it, if it was real, if it was not, if I was just being stupid, if just a malfunction of technology, even because it has to do with some kind of technology, so it's one of those. So I'm going to start my story. So it actually happened when I was in high school, so around 16. So now you guys know that I'm not in high school, so you guys can kind of guess my age. So I'm 18 plus. Okay, so it actually happened when I was in high school, and I was with a few of my friends, and it was a really weird period of my life. Not a weird period, but it was a time when I've always kind of loved ghost stories and paranormal and stuff like that, but I've never actually gathered a group of people and shared that passion with people. Well, right now, this is kind of what I'm doing, but before this YouTube channel, I've never really thought that, I needed to get a group of people and just do this, but it was a stage where me and a couple of friends from high school, we would like to drive out into it was in the middle of the night. It would be around, 1 or 2 in the morning, and we'd like to go and drive around town and find, deserted places. Just 3 guys, okay, basically, just 3 dudes in a car. What the hell are you gonna do? And we would just like to go there and just chill and talk. And it would always kind of, I guess because I was there, I don't know, it always kind of somehow sway towards the paranormal. And my friends liked the same kind of stuff that I did, and they had a lot of stories as well. So we would always go there, and we would always talk about, weird shit going on in this world. I remember my buddy, he was talking about he actually showed me to The Truman Show, which is a film by Jim Carrey, and it talks about is this the reality that we live in? Our conversations would go to that kind of level. We would talk about ghosts and then aliens, and then we would talk about the meaning of life. And is this the reality? Is this really it? Or, is it really it? Like, are we all just living inside a Truman Show? You know what I mean? Are we being recorded? Like, is this real? Like, what if this was all a dream? Like the Matrix kind of thing. And yeah, our conversations would go really deep into even stuff like that. And we would do that for consecutive nights. And I just remembered just being in those parking lots at night doing this stuff. I would always get chills down my spine. Like, I always kind of had that feeling that if you talk about this stuff, I always feel that somehow they would listen. You know what I mean? Like, it's always, it would be like that. And of course I hope it's not, because I record all these stories all the time, but it's just a fear in my heart that will happen. And so it's the same group of people. And one day we actually went back to my house to just talk and chill and stuff like that. And it was super late in the night. And we actually went down to my basement because my basement had a TV, and we were going to play some games, and then we were going to talk for a bit and, just catch up or whatnot. And then, maybe talk about some crazy stuff, and then, call it a night basically. And these guys were over, and then we were in the basement just, talking about stuff. And we didn't have a light on. We turned all the lights off. And then we only turned on the TV, actually, and it was a really shitty TV. It was one of those it was like from 1995 kind of TV. It was really small. It was like, I'm not really good with inches, so it was just, imagine like a laptop, and then that's like kind of the size, maybe a bit bigger than a laptop, the screen. And I'm not even exaggerating. That was how old and small the TV was. It was like the ones where it didn't have a remote, where you had to go and physically push the button so it would come on. It was one of those guys. And it was actually my gaming TV, I guess, so... Yeah, we turned that on, and we were idiots. I don't know why. We turned it to static. So just static, and we're just talking and stuff. And then it was really weird because as we were talking, my buddy, he was telling me a ghost story. I don't even remember if it was true or fake. The fact is, I don't remember that the content of his ghost story, because that's not the main point. The main point was when he was about to get to the punchline of his ghost story, when he was about to get to the point where it's okay, and then, like, how when I get the punchline and then there was a ghost or whatever, when he was about to get to that punchline, the TV suddenly switched off. It just turned off. And the three of us just, like, we were silent for like 5 seconds. We were like, what the fuck just happened? And then we're like, okay, well, that was just fucking weird. And then we turned it back on, right, to the static. But of course, there was no sound. We weren't making, like, it wasn't making sound. We turned the sound off, the volume like to 0, and we were just using that kind of as light for the atmosphere or some shit. I don't know why we did that. It's so fucking dumb. And then we were doing that as well. And then my buddy was like, okay, and then he just finished telling a story. And then my other buddy was starting his story, and he was telling us blah blah blah, and these stories are like my stories. They're like 20 minutes long. And he was like, okay, and then just as my other buddy's about to get to the punchline as well, he's like, and then the fucking thing turns off again. The same fucking TV turned off twice, just as, and it wasn't just like it was in the middle of his story. It was just about, it was going to end his story, his punchline fucking turned off. And then we stopped that night. And I was like, okay, guys, let's just, like, go home or whatnot. And then these guys went home, but I was like, fuck, man, why did we have to do this in my house? Because I was like, oh, man. And then, of course, I always think about that every time I go to the basement. But that's not the point. The point was, yeah, I have had a couple more experiences, but this one really sticks out in my mind. And, hey, it probably is just a coincidence, That's what you gotta tell yourself. I still live in this house. So, I'm not always in the basement all the time, but it's just, that's what you gotta tell yourself. And yeah, if you guys want, you guys can comment in this section below. I really love doing podcasts. They're so free. I swear to God, like, in the other ones, I have to edit and put in music and all that shit. Man, it takes super long, man. It takes super long. Even if I do just the recording is one thing, but it's just editing is so long. And I love doing these podcasts, and I hope I do more in the future. And I want to hear what you guys think about it. Put it in the comments below. What you guys think about me doing this kind of just free ranting kind of stuff, and also what you guys think about my story. And just comment down there. And that's my first experience. I have many more to come, or I'll talk about other topics on this Unedited podcast. So thanks for listening, guys. Have a good one. Horror Studio 1 out.